Hey, we're out here doing some fun fishing today with the FLE FLY Bendable Minnows, and my good friend JR has just, looks like he's hooked into something really nice. Every now and then we catch some really nice flatheads and blue cats out here on this FLE FLY slab, bendable spoon, and I think JR's got just that right now. That or a nice hybrid. What do you think of that, JR?
That's pretty good. That's what we came for.
My old buddy Scott Turnage says if you don't like this, you're a hard person to please.
Absolutely.
I bet you we have got a big fat blue cat or a big fat flathead on here. And it's this time of the year when you're bouncing these jigging spoons off the top of these humps out in the main part of the lake. These catfish come in here and feed around all the sand bass and the white bass and hybrid stripers, and they take advantage of a lot of these fish that are laying or getting killed by these predator fish. There he is, nice blue cat. Outstanding. Lance dipped him up. This is our good friend Lance from Lance's Guide Service over on Oologah Lake. He's over here fun fishing with JR and I today, and look at there, boy, you can't beat that with the that's the 1/2 ounce red bendable minnow, and JR's got just a tiny little bend in it right there, not very much, and that's a nice healthy blue catfish here on Grand Lake. Is that your biggest catfish?
No, not the biggest, but pretty close.
Good. I bet is that your biggest blue cat?
Absolutely.
Yeah, biggest blue cat right there. Well, we're gonna go ahead and unhook that fish today and set him free. Lance, nice job on the net. And we'll talk to you a little bit about this bendable minnow here in just a second. Let's cut him loose and talk a little bit about that bendable minnow. Down he goes. Now we came out here after white bass and crappie, but that's kind of like the bonus deal when you're fishing with these bendable minnows. And folks, we catch a ton of catfish on these out here in the summertime fishing for white bass. So let's I'm going to give the camera to Lance, and he's going to hold it on me, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the minnow. Now this is a rod JR just caught his fish on. And this is the 1/2 ounce part we call the bendable minnow. Now I've personally been fishing with these FLE FLY spoons since about 1995. And I can tell you, I have caught thousands of fish on these. Now what makes this spoon unique is you can see right now it's got a little bend in it, but you can take it and bend it like that. You can bend it back. You can bend this end up and kind of offset it to where and every way that you bend it, it makes it wobble and fall a little bit different, which is really unique to the spoon we call the bendable minnow. So what we've found with these is the more you bend them, the slower they fall, the more aggressive wobble they have. Now there's a lot of days we go out and we never have to bend these. They hit them just like this, and that blue cat hit that minnow with just hooks are good and sharp too, tiny little bend in it, maybe not even that much. And I just put a crappie up in the front live well, about 11-inch crappie that hit one of the 1 ounce models in the chartreuse color. So all we've done out here is I've found a high spot out here in the middle of the lake, a hump that comes up out to about 15 foot of water out of about 30 foot of water, and there's fish feeding on top of that. So what we've done is we've put a marker buoy out on top of that, and we're taking these bendable minnows out, we're throwing them on top of the hump where those fish are feeding them, we're pulling them up, and we're letting them wobble and go down and hit the bottom. And usually they hit them when they fall. Sometimes they hit them when you're reeling them in. It just depends. That's, you know, it's fishing from day to day. But JR just showed you the bonus fish you can catch with the Bendable Minnow. I think that's finally got what we're after out here. Nice big white bass. We got the chartreuse minnow. There we go. Get back here by Lance real quick, see if this fish can throw water all over the camera. Now that's real typical of what the kind of fish that a lot of people use jigging spoons for here in Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, the southern plains area. And you can just, if you find these white bass or sand bass, wherever you're from, people call them different things, you can load the boat up with these on these Bendable Minnows. So we haven't been out here very long and we've already caught white bass. JR caught a really nice blue catfish. We've caught some nice crappie on them, and this is the 1 ounce chartreuse. I don't have any bend in this one right now. I haven't had to. They've been hitting it just the way it is. But you can see that's another nice quality fish, and Lance says he's ready to take a few fish home to mama. So we're going to unhook this one and go try to find some more. Well, now we've done it here, everybody. We have got 3 fish on at a time here. Let me show you the locator real fast. Okay, I'm looking at this Lowrance locator, and you can see the fish in 19 foot of water. This is directly under my trolling motor, and we're just pulling those Bendable Minnows up. And I actually rigged a FLE FLY jig above my minnow, and I'm going to show you that fish here in just a second. But JR and Lance have got really nice fish on the Bendable Minnow, and I've got one right there on the end of my rod, and it was pretty well chaos there for a little while. I'm going to hand the camera to one of these guys. Let's see. JR's got the black 1/2 ounce in that fish's mouth. See if he can get the lens from getting all wet. The black 1/2 ounce. Lance has got the chartreuse 1/2 ounce. And I had 2 fish at a time on mine. I'm going to give this camera to JR and let him show. I'll show you the bleeder jig that we're using when I caught this fish. Okay, this is a FLE FLY Feel Good lead-free jig right here, lead-free jig head. Okay, now I actually had a Bendable Minnow tied onto this right here, and I had 2 white bass at a time, and it broke my line, so they were probably both a really good size. And this is the bleeder color in the 1/8 ounce head. So I'll talk a little bit about these jigs after we put these fish in the live well. Now I just hooked up again with, I think I've got 2 fish at a time right here. I think Lance just hooked up with another fish. JR, get a shot of the locator right here. You can see the fish right here that we're targeting. Okay, yeah, I do. I thought it felt heavy. I got 2 fish at a time. Again, that's that Feel Good bleeder jig and the 1 ounce chartreuse Bendable Minnow. So we're probably not going to do any more videoing today. We've shown you today here on Grand Lake what you can do with these products in northeast Oklahoma. Lance has got a nice mess of fish to take home, and we've had a good time other than this little shot of rain here that we've had all of a sudden. Right now you can find these. We don't have the FLE FLY website built yet. It's going to be FLEFly.com, FLEFLY.com. But at Outdoor Brands, we've got another business called cheapsinkers.com, and you can go over to cheapsinkers.com and you can find these Bendable Minnows in all the colors and sizes that we have right now. And probably in a month or so, we will have all the colors and sizes of the Feel Good lead-free jigs available. And this is the bleeder color right here, the red white with the red white mix on the tail. But I'm Jeff Williams with Outdoor Brands, and we sure appreciate you watching our videos. folks like you that watch this and learn how to catch these fish and buy these products from us, what really helps us get out and do these educational videos. And it's a win-win situation for everybody. Thanks for watching. Appreciate your business.